My name is Mary and I'm a day trader. So what do you value the most? Is it family? Is it your relationship? Is it health? Is it growth? Or maybe a status? Or maybe a popularity? Is it achievement? Or is it security? Is it fulfillment? Or is it a passion? Is it a relationship, adventure, being creative, being able to do what you want at your own terms? Or just loving what you do, exploring the world, giving back, serving? Now the list can go on and on. What's the common denominator here? All of this require time. And if we will spend 90,000 hours at work, which is the average number of hours a person works in their lifetime, then who has the time to do all this? 24 hours in a day isn't coming to an end. 24 hours is all that we're going to get. Now, wish you could have more time so you can focus on what matters most. What would you do if you have more time in your hand? What would you do if money is not the driving force for you to work? What if you have to get up in the morning, not because you have to clock in at work? What if you have to roll out of your bed to do what you love to do? For instance, for you to travel, spend time with your loved one, follow your passion, maybe do a volunteer work. Did you ever dream of reclaiming more time in a day, or ever wanted to start your own business so you can experience more autonomy, not having to report to a boss, and having the liberty to make your own decision or your own schedule? And I am not talking about retirement. Every day, we get a fresh 24 hours to make that decision on how we would spend that 24 hours. Every day, we are in a crossroad. Our decision will determine our future. In day trading, you can reclaim more time from your day by cutting the working hours to less than 10 hours per week, so you can focus on what matters most. Because honestly, for some, that 10 hours is only their commute time per week to work. After all, we all have seen this ad before. So reclaim more time through day trading so you can focus on what matters most. After all, we are all in a borrowed time, so make it count. Click the link below to learn how to day trade for a living. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Happy Friday. It's March 8, 2024, 9:28 in the morning, 2 minutes before the market opens, and we're here finishing up our watch list. It's Friday. Happy Friday. All right, so for today, we're watching a couple of stocks. There are a lot of gap up lists that we are watching, and the biggest one is GPS. So SPY having a little bit of a pullback here. SPY is just up by 0.1% or 50 cents right now. So let's look at SPY. Pre-market high here is at 516. Pre-market low 513. Less than 1 minute before the market opens. I do have a long position here at Rivian, just because Rivian, we were trading this one yesterday, and Rivian is still very strong. So I did have to do a couple of pre-market trade with Rivian. So right now, yeah, having a little bit of a pullback here. And let's see. Doku is 9.4% up, pre-market low, and a pre-market high. We're watching CBNA as well. CBNA is up by 8.2%, less than 15 seconds before the market opens. Tesla has a nice up as well. Daily on Tesla looking good. All right, we're now open. So let's see here what Rivian is going to do. All right, Rivian. So Rivian do have a couple of orders sitting right here for a pullback. Okay, Rivian having a pullback there. SPY pushing up. Trying to see whether it's now a good place to add to the Rivian trade. All right, Rivian having 13 as a strong support here. All right, added to my position here in Rivian. So we are long Rivian here. That Rivian, that 13, I've been looking at that 13, and that had been a strong support. This Rivian had good news yesterday about their new truck, but it's not going to be released not until a couple of years from now. So technical, just the daily here, looks like, yeah, we did had that almost like an oversold pattern. What else is moving? Trying to think as well about some long-term play here. Since Rivian had that nice pullback as well. Long-term is, let's see. So the only thing that I have here is a long Rivian. So yeah, the only open position is Rivian. Let's see here, and of course Rivian having a little bit of a pullback there. GPS pre-market high 21 with a pre-market low of 20.24. What I would like to for Rivian to do is actually have a little bit of a pullback as well. Thinking of doing some long-term play as well with Rivian. What is Tesla doing? Tesla had been very strong as well. Alright, so Tesla, what I expect Tesla to do is fill the gap right here around 178. I'll be interested in looking for a bounce in Tesla. And then Nvidia always all-time high here. These are those AI play, and even prior to AI, Tesla, Nvidia is a very solid company. Apple here, pre-market low. What I've been seeing in Apple as well is this one had been having that 168.91 as a strong support. So good potential for a bounce as well for that short, for that long. And then AMD, all-time high as well. Let's see our Bitcoin sector coin. Another Bitcoin sector is Mara. So Mara here is, let's see if Rivian will stop us out. Very close to getting stopped out here in Rivian. So Rivian is up by 40 cents. BLTR having a pullback here, pre-market low with a pre-market high of 27.25. Amazon is an inside bar, just looking at the daily. And Roku, been watching Roku as well, although right now it has a very small volume. So unless the volume picks up, there's no trade to take in Roku. PBR is a gap down, pre-market low with a pre-market high at 15.57. So Rivian is just flat still. Docu here had a good rejection at 59. Alright, Docu looking interesting. Docu potential support is 54. That is the high of yesterday's wick. AMD, although this is a all-time high, it's hard to short an all-time high. So we'll just watch what AMD is gonna do. So Rivian, very range trade here. So only one open position, which is long Rivian. So now, yeah, this level right here is acting as a strong support for Rivian. So let's see. Rivian. Tesla, we did mention that the level that we're looking for here is 178.721. That's filling the gap in the daily. And let's see what it'll do once it fills the gap. Filling the gap, that can serve as a strong support or act as a resistance once we break that level. All right, docu. That support, that one was the high of this candlestick. It's still up by 4.4 with a big gap up and a nice pullback. This can form a 9 EMA trade. AMD here still very strong. So this is the reason why you don't want to short an all-time high, because you don't want to be in front of that strength. All right, here we go, Rivian. All right, this is the pushed higher that we were waiting for Rivian. So haven't taken any partials yet with Rivian. Rivian do have some potential still. Trying to, let's see. So the way that I get to see Rivian was yesterday. It had a very great news, and yesterday we were trading it as well. So that's why I was long bias Rivian. So right now, yeah, just trying to put in some long term for Rivian as well. All right. So Rivian now. Wish I could have entered more. So Rivian just on fire, and that could be, yeah, done. It could be done on that day, on that trade. So stocks and partial and trailer stop. So trailer stop is just below that high of the day. All right, so that kicked me out of my trade, and we are done trading. So we're done trading in less than 14 minutes. So we only did Rivian. All right, so we're done trading, and it was a Rivian trade. So that's the power of day trading. You don't have to overcomplicate things. You see the edge, and once you see the edge, you ride it and until the trend is not there anymore. So one and done. All right, this can still has some room to go. I'm actually waiting for a pullback so I can reload. But yeah, we started to reload it when it was at 1264 at the pre-market. I rarely do pre-market trading, but because I was trading this one yesterday, I saw the price action here. So that's only the reason why I traded that pre-marketly. All right, so Rivian is still ripping, and it just kicks us out. That's totally fine. I'm waiting for this to have a pullback so I can reload, but so far we haven't seen the pullback yet. All right, this is the pullback. Pullback is making me excited since I would like to reload. Oh boy, did not give us a pullback. I wanted to load. This one is gonna go to 1350. Oh boy. wanted to reload, but it did not give me that place to reload. Wow. Boy. Yeah, so waiting for a pullback for Rivian so I can reload, but no pullback yet. Still not having a pullback. Wanted to have Rivian to have a pullback so I can reload this long-term account. So just selling some shares in long-term to replace it with Rivian. Disney. All right, pullback. All right, here goes the pullback. right, so yeah, just trying to balance my long-term account and looking for a pullback at Rivian for 13 so I can re-enter this stock. Looking forward to entering this one in my long-term account as well. So let's do a recap. So for Rivian, we only did one trade today, and that's Rivian yesterday. This Rivian before the news got me stop out, and then it squeezed right there to the upside. So today was just looking at it. Entered here 1262, keep adding to my position. At the pullback, I added and then just went all out at 13.31. This remaining shares right here was trailing my stop. I got stop out before it moved for another 30 cents. So did leave 30 cents in the table, but that's totally fine. We traded 15 minutes today, and yeah, a very profitable day. So one and done. So if you guys have questions, please feel free to email us. And yeah, we'll be more than happy to help you guys about any day trading questions. And yeah, would like to see as well your day trading strategies and kind of compare if your strategies is the same as ours, or what is your most profitable strategy. For us, for this kind of market, I did not see a lot of opening range breakdown, but a range kind of day for the past couple of days. So I do have an order sitting for my Fidelity account as well for a long term. I would like Rivian to have a pullback at 13. I'll load at 13 so I can yeah, maximize this one as well using my long-term account. Just preparing my orders for Rivian once it hits $13. What else is moving? All right, so we were talking about Docu earlier, where the setup is, you have a gap up, a pullback, and that pullback can create that 90 MA. Now this one, not exactly the 90 MA, but where is the pivot here? You have your hammer right here, so the entry could have been at 56. The only thing that I don't like about this is, you see how big this candlestick is, and we're just inside, or an inside bar of this. The remaining candlestick is inside this huge candlestick, so we're technically still at a downturn, or yeah, we're still heading down there, so not really the ideal 90 MA setup. Big rejection at 1365. So we are now at VWAP right here. What is Apple doing? Apple as well has been beaten down for this week, and 168 acted as a strong support, so that one was expected. Roku finally had that pop. Alright, so this is the level that we were looking at for Tesla for that 178.71. So it did fill the gap. So let's see, 178, 71. Yep, we're heading there. I'm waiting for Rivian to break this level. Alright, Tesla 178.71 incoming. So Rivian did not break that VWAP. All right, Tesla reached that 178 that we were talking about earlier. So for Rivian, no imbalance right here. I did have to load with my long term for Rivian. So I wish there's something exciting, but there's really none because we just did a one and done with Rivian. But I'll take that any time of the day. So yeah, let's look up for any setups. Mara coin, Bitcoin stuff is punching. Let's see. CBNA, nothing good there. AMD. This is exactly the reason why I mentioned you don't want to short a very strong stock, especially if it's an all-time high. Meta. All right, so Tesla here. Let's see if this one still has a big bid right here, still has some room to go down. All right, so we reloaded here at our long term, and yeah, so far looking good. All right, so Tesla, it's getting interesting now. Not a lot of volume here. All right, let's enter Tesla. Small position. Let's see if I can add to that position. Okay, added to that position. Just gonna update this stop loss 177.73. Wow, look at this chart with AMD. This is just crazy. Up by almost $15. This could be an easy trade as well. But yeah, since it opened, haven't looked back yet. Wow, look at this. So strategy here is at a higher time frame, which is a 15-minute at least. If there is a pullback at the 15, inverted hammer, first red inverted hammer at the 15, that can be a potential for the short, but only with a higher time frame, 15 minutes at least. Our Tesla here looking good. That was the strong support that we were talking about. That one was the filling the gap. It filled the gap before. Now it's doing its move. Roku. Tesla is almost just flat. PBR, this one is a potential for a short. Setup here is 9 EMA. You got a gap down, punch up to your 9 exponential moving average. You can short it right here, 1474 with a stop loss of 1484, risking 10 cents. Profit target is at least 2 to 1. So if your entry is at 14.74, 14.64, 1 to 1, could have a partial there, 54, 2 to 1. Alright, AMD, that's the first consolidation. First consolidation there. 1 minute. See if there's any anomaly. Volume bar is there. First pullback here with AMD. Lots of orders sitting at the bid. I do have an open position in Tesla. Alright, Tesla, move our risk, lower our risk. It's a big pullback right there. Lowering down my risk again. 178.19. Alright, stop out Tesla. Alright, AMD, first pullback. Alright. Potential for a short. Small entry, the short with AMD, risking only $100. If we have a confirmation, that's the time to add to that position. Okay, 1 second. This is a nice potential for re-entry for Rivian. Alright, we're entering long Rivian here. Stop loss 13.24. So SPY is all-time high here. So anytime this can also just have a pullback. So for Tesla, did stop us out. AMD here. Let's see if I can still add. A little bit late on the add. To 7.34. All right, AMD working nicely here. This is the pullback that we were waiting for. Took some partial. This still has some room to go. Trailing my stop behind it. Rivian stopped me out. Needed to give some back. So AMD here working nicely. AMD about to stop me out. Looks like AMD is looking very heavy. Trailing my stop here with AMD. So we are heading to the VWAP here that can have a potential bounce. All right, all out. So the support here is the low of this 2 days ago's candlestick. Okay, potential here for a bounce. All right, Tesla here, founding a level at S3. Re-entered Rivian here to the long. Tesla curling right up. Tesla having a nice curl up. Five minutes, very bullish, although the volume is depleting there. There's order sitting here at the bid, so we have to consider that. Time to move, lower down our risk. I'm using the 5 minutes now to trail down, trail my stop loss. Rivian. Did not fill me here. All out of that. Rivian. Tesla stopped me out there, but I do have alright, all out of that Tesla. That Tesla did not work. Rivian filling the gap here. All right, so yeah, I did have to give some back at Tesla, but we'll call it a day. So let's do our final recap. So good afternoon, everyone. It's March 8, 2024, 11 in the morning. We are finished trading, and we traded three stocks today: AMD, Rivian, and Tesla. So let's start with the Rivian. Rivian trade was a bit of a long bias based from yesterday's big news about their car that they're about to produce, and um, have they will have it available in the next couple of years. So with that, yesterday had a big pushed up. An analyst also suggested and priced this stock as a $16 stock. So with those good of a news, it did had a good catalyst yesterday. So with that, what I saw with the pre-market, I rarely do a pre-market trade, but with Tesla having the catalyst yesterday, as well as looking at the tape, as well as the level 2 was not budging, was not going below 12.53. So that's the reason why I was starting to build up my position at the pre-market. So pre-market, where is my pen here? All right, pre-market here, 1253 acting as a strong support. So what I did was build my position to the long, cover at the open, and then added to my position, cover again. And then let's see here, I tried to do another long, which it stopped me out. So with that, was just long bias Rivian, did not have to short this one, but I did have to give some back here. This step out right here, this step out right here. So with that, got 2200 with Rivian. AMD was a short. What I saw with AMD is the 15 minutes looking overextended, very overextended. I did mention that you don't want to be in front of a very strong stock. This is an all-time high, but when I saw that it is very overextended in the 15 minutes, I am looking for a pullback. So 5 minutes, there is that first red candlestick forming, so I shorted it there, added to my position, and partial at the moving average, and then also trailing my stop, and it stopped me out at that reversal. So with AMD, with small share size, I got 653. Tesla was a red trade. I was looking for a bounce up with Tesla, which it did not happen. So initially I was looking at this level. This one is yesterday's high of this candlestick, that body. So I went long when we touched that support. I thought that would be a good and strong support. Stop loss is just below that moving average. It stopped me out. And then we do have the S3 right here. So with that S3, I took some small position to the upside, building up my position, trailing my stop right here, moving it using the 5 minutes. So the 5 minutes, it did stop me out. So with that long of a position, this did not work out as well as this. I did have to have a loss of 383 with Tesla. So with that, we are closing the day with 2,500 profit. And yeah, it's a Friday, so you just wanted to stick with your rules, and you don't want to overthink and regret what your trades is gonna be, just because you don't want to overthink about your trades, what could have happened or should have happened over the weekend. So with that, I hope you guys get to stick with your plans and no over trading. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll do this again next time. Bye for now.